Just a quick disclaimer. I am not a professional and the information I provide is based off of mild research and personal experience and opinion. The information should not be used as a means to substitute actual medical help. Thanks and enjoy the episode. Ready on your marks, get set, let's go. Let's settle on a bench of the week, call home. Why don't you pull up a chair and get a drink perhaps? Take a breath, take a break, take a look at all you know. Thanks to the creativity and focus that come with activities like these, hobbies have long been linked to reducing stress and enhancing confidence. Thanks, Google. I touched briefly on the benefits of hobbies in my last video, The Art of Self-Love. If you want to watch it, just go right up there. I think I can speak for all of us when I say COVID was real. I had recently just graduated college and I had a whole lot of time that I didn't know what to do with. I tried to bulk up by going into the park and doing push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, the whole shebang. I tried to learn the art of animation. I tried to write my own novels and even comics. Let's just say I wasn't disciplined enough to stand by one of these hobbies and I would proceed to waste the next year of my life. During that year, however, I guess I technically wouldn't say it was a waste of time. I had to do some deep inner work to figure out what was holding me back. I started going on nature walks and smoking a lot of weed. I really thought it was clearing my mind, but all it was doing was clouding my judgment. And it also reminded me that I have asthma. I decided to jot things down that I want to do in life, kind of like a bucket list, but not really technically a bucket list. So if I don't knock off a few things from it won't be the end of the world. But after all the time of going through the list and trying out different things, I realized that my favorite thing to do was learn. As humans, we strive for purpose, and without it, we often feel depressed. Luckily, I was able to find things that I enjoyed doing, like cooking, or challenging myself to literally anything. A new song on the piano, practicing my trumpet again, maybe even a new book, philosophical. We should have hobbies that won't interfere with our daily lives, but instead add to it and enhance us. We can only be as good as our habits, and in order to do that, we need to know what habits to avoid. I just recently reread the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I can say I'm a whole better person for it. Using methods that he outlines in the book, I was able to control my environment and make an atmosphere which helps me to reach my goals. And as I was writing this, I was really tempted to just crash on the couch and play Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Video games used to be my motivation, and and I wanted so much more than striving to be a professional gamer and always coming up short, because those people are sweaty as hell. I can say I'm a little sweaty at Smash Bros, but just that, nothing else. I got a little off topic there, but the point is, if you want to enhance your life and become someone more interesting, pick up a habit, a hobby, hobby. First, you must take a second to just listen to your thoughts, just think about nothing. Or at least try to. This enables you to hear what your thoughts are like, whether they're good thoughts or bad thoughts or just jumbled. A good habit is actually meditation because it helps you to regulate your breathing. If you're focusing on your breathing in the basic type of meditation, you're able to try and quiet your thoughts. You know what they say, if you don't rule your thoughts, they'll rule you. But just finding things to add to your everyday routine that can help you to reach whatever goal that you are trying to reach. But things that will enhance your health, your family life, your social life, with time and patience, and the discipline to be consistent in what you are striving for, you truly can accomplish anything. If you happen to come across a hobby that you really enjoy, stick with it. And if you find that you don't have time for this specific habit that you want to add to your routine, habit stack it. So basically what habit stacking is if you have one habit that you do, if you stack another habit on top of it, it will condition you to do those two habits together. You never want to habit stack two different habits that are kind of, I guess, clashing. Like, don't habit stack basketball and watching TV. So the point I am trying to make is if you're consistent, just practicing little things every day, eventually you'll grow at a rate that you are fine with, and you can control how fast you are developing that skill depending on how much you're doing it during the week. And often, even constant dedication, you probably won't see results for as little to a month, but also as little as a year. It takes a long time, but you just need to remain consistent. I'll use handstands as an example. If you're trying to learn how to do a handstand, you're not just gonna immediately hoist yourself onto your hands. Mainly because your wrists are probably weak as shit, and you don't want a concussion. But in the early stages of your training up to a handstand, you're gonna want to develop your shoulders so that when they're overhead, you know, they're straight overhead instead of in front like me. I have no shoulder range at all, and I've been working on it for at least almost 2 years now, so I'm like, how are my shoulders still inflexible? Next, you're gonna want to develop strength in your joints, your wrists, your elbows, because those are really high injury points, the joints and stuff, and they take a really long time to recover. So you're not going to want to injure yourself like a week into training. But once you develop the areas you know you need to focus in, then you can start doing skills progression. So whether you're in the gym or you're doing calisthenics, you're going to want to put certain exercises that are going to develop the strength needed for the skill. So for an example of skills progression, first you can start with a pike push-up and slowly but surely just raise the difficulty. And that way, as you get used to the new difficulty, you can then move to the next skills progression, which is, I'd say, a frog press. Frog press is kind of like you're about to kick into a handstand, but you're just putting all of the strength on the wrist. And when I mean strength, I mean weight. You're putting all that weight on your wrist, so that's why I said you gotta develop good wrists. If you heard that, I literally went like that and it cracked. But to sum up this video, I know I was rambling and I didn't really get my point across as I wanted it to. But in summary, habits are good for our health. I found that sticking to my habits actually helped me to continue doing those habits on days that I didn't even feel like doing anything. They give a sense of accomplishment and add a drive in us. They give a sense of accomplishment and even efficiency and productivity. Just take that first step. Don't be discouraged about seeing results right away, because you won't always. The time you put in is proportionate to how much you will be developing that skill. Eventually, your brain will adapt and it will be easier to remain consistent. The only one limiting you is yourself. And why do I keep doing this? Thanks for watching the videos, mi amigos, and be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like hanging out with me. And anyways, just leave a comment, let me know what I can do better to enhance these videos, because I just feel like I'm rambling a lot of the time. I'm trying not to do that, but you know, it is what it is. Be breezy, and have a good night.